Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you for being indoors for this lovely event. So I'm going to say a few words and then we'll get started on the awards. So to say it's been a challenging year would be an understatement. For a profession that's so rooted in the concept of designing the physical environment, we found ourselves swimming in the virtual waters of Zoom, Microsoft Teams, GoToMeeting, Google Meet, WebEx, and whatever else was out there. And I know that every meeting started the same with, "Can you hear me?" And at some point was followed by the inevitable, "Hey, you are muted." So if you're trying to say something, you'll have to raise your hand. So this year we saw that the value of landscape architecture was brought to the forefront. Parks and open spaces provided the green release valve for those in lockdown. And as an example, in South Seattle, Kubota Gardens March visitation was at around 7,000 in 2019 and 2020, but it hit 93,000 last month. It's a 25% increase. And I think we've been seeing similar increases at parks all across the region. We also saw the power of open space as a locus for protest. Across the US, parks and streets became impromptu centers for calling for equity, calling for social justice, and demanding societal change. And I've long said that landscape architects are problem solvers. We've long been tasked with finding the balance between great design, municipal codes, client expectations, and construction costs. Now, today, we have landscape architects tackling the issues of homelessness, climate change, sea level rise, endangered species recovery, and so much more. So we've gathered here virtually this evening to honor and celebrate the landscape architects whose work has made a transformative difference to the community, to the region, and beyond the state. And we are able to present these honors due to the generosity of our sponsors. And I'd like to spend a few moments to recognize and thank them. Starting with Great Western Recreation. They are good people. I've been working with them on a couple projects. The next here, we have the Nussbaum Group, and if Wilma's on, hi Wilma, and Northwest Playground Equipment. Congratulations on your 25th anniversary. We have the Innova Group, Magdalen Site Furniture, Abbotsford Concrete Products, Wishbone Site Furnishings, Victor Stanley, Pacific Earthworks, PLS, Toro, and then I got to turn off the chat because I can't see the last two, Tornasol and Landscape Forums. So I would say to everybody, be sure to visit our sponsors' websites and visit their booths at this year's annual conference. Yes, we're going to have an annual conference in person in Spokane on October 8th, so mark your calendars. And I'd also like you to mark your calendars for November 4th through the 7th in 2022, as the National ASLA Conference will be held here in Seattle. It's a chance to showcase our work in front of an international audience and all our peers. And with that in mind, just a reminder to everybody that WASLA relies on volunteers. And I'd ask that each of you and your firms consider volunteering for a committee, a conference event, or helping with one of the many other events that we hold throughout the year. That saying is really true, that many hands make light work. So let's get to the awards. Take it away, Tim.
Right. Let's see if we can advance the slide. So before we get started, I want to recognize our jury this year. As is tradition within ASLA, we did an exchange with one of our fellow chapters in the nation. We made a connection with the New Jersey chapter at the Chapter President's Council and Board of Trustees meeting last year, and they were gracious enough to assemble a jury for us. So just wanted to recognize those members. A good mix of private practitioners, academics working at Rutgers University in New Jersey, as well as seasoned landscape architects, as well as young landscape designers. So a good range of people, a good range of experience, and we're excited for what they brought and their opinions. That being said, we will be distributing the comments that they gave us for each of the awards tonight. So if you're anxious to see what they said, or anxious to know what they might suggest for resubmitting, or if you're thinking about submitting for in a different award category, maybe at the national level, those comments can come in handy. So we'll be distributing those. I also want to say before we get into the awards, as this is kind of an interesting year, obviously we've had a virtual conference and a virtual award ceremony. Online presence is more important than ever. As you know, it's World Landscape Architecture Month. And so right now we happen to be, today, April 15th, the Washington ASLA Social Media Committee or Public Awareness Committee is in control of the National ASLA Instagram account. And so we will be using that to post the winners in real time as they're presented tonight over the stories feature of National ASLA as well as our local Washington ASLA account. So if you're on social media, follow Washington ASLA, also follow National ASLA on those accounts, and you'll see your work posted at a national level and getting national and international recognition for the next 24 hours on those stories. And then we'll be taking those with some of the graphics you'll see tonight, and we'll be posting full posts on our Instagram account over the next few weeks of the award winners tonight. So trying to make sure you guys all get the recognition you deserve. Since we can't be there in person to celebrate with each other, at least we can shout it out to the world and let everyone know what kind of great work we're doing. So with that, we'll move into our first category, the general design public ownership. We have a ton of great submissions this year, so we have a lot of awards tonight. We're really excited about that. So we have a lot to get through. The category tonight, this category recognizes built and site-specific works of landscape architecture designed and completed for a publicly owned project. And our first award of the night is the Merit Award, which goes to the North Transfer Station, Woodland Park and Carr Place Playground. And that is presented to HBB Landscape Architecture. The open space improvements at the North Transfer Station illustrate how infrastructure can be leveraged to serve a community, not just for its primary purpose, but also in providing amenities that enrich the neighborhood. The North Transfer Station in the Wallingford neighborhood of Seattle was redesigned as an updated facility capable of handling increased waste and recycle capacity. The project called for usable public open space as mitigation for the street vacation of Carr Place North. The community-based design process involved 3 workshops and an open house targeted to a focus group of stakeholders and the public. The resulting design included natural and structured play areas, a permeable multi-sport court, plazas, lawns, green roofs, and a meandering walkway. The permeable walkway is intertwined with a cobbled swale that conveys stormwater from the green roof to the recycling building. Plazas are located at prominent corners of the site and include public sculpture in the main entry. Fitness stations and parkour elements were integrated throughout the public space. This project achieved multiple sustainability goals. Congratulations to HBB. Everyone can applaud at home. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be taking any pictures tonight. We are recording this, just so you all know. So if you wanna access it later and come back and show other members of the firm the win, we encourage you to do so. So congratulations again. Our next award of the night is a Merit Award and goes to Environmental Works for the Edmonds Waterfront Park Project. The Edmonds Waterfront Redevelopment Project creates accessible, sustainable, welcoming access to a restored beachfront while adding 280 feet to the city's beloved mile-long public marine walkway. It removed a creosote-soaked bulkhead and filled and added sand, gravel, native plants, and logs to restore the shoreline to natural conditions. The 1 acre project's natural materials, patterns, and art align functionally and aesthetically with a series of parks along the Edmonds waterfront that are equal parts promenade, seawall, sculpture garden, and habitat for animals and people. The project's places and experiential elements flow gracefully between the site's new waterfront center and the restored beachfront. 4 medallions embedded in the pathway honor the site's environmentally and cultural history. Glacial, erratic native boulders and anchored logs playfully enhance the habitat. Congratulations again on the Edmonds Waterfront Park. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Dean.
Thanks. The next award goes to, are you advancing the slides? Okay, great. The next award goes to the 10th Avenue Hill Climb, GGLO. The 10th Avenue Hill Climb is a new pedestrian connection between 3 Seattle neighborhoods, Yesler Terrace, Little Saigon, and First Hill. As part of a new planning effort for Yesler Terrace's redevelopment, the hill climb was designed with local partners and the community. The hill climb includes a thoughtful design of intertwining stairs, walking paths, a bike runnel, accessible ramps, and an esplanade-like gathering plaza at the top that allows visitors to pause and enjoy the view. It expresses the travel of stormwater through the site with a combination of runnels and trench drains that follow the climb. It was created with active design in mind. The steps are a resource for cardio fitness. The plaza can host yoga or Tai Chi classes. Bikes are welcome to go through the hill climb's bike runnel and stay at the top. The community now has direct access to local markets on Jackson to get fresh produce. The 10th Avenue Hill Climb is a great new asset for the city that creates a link between previously separated neighborhoods. And the next award goes to the Fritz Hedges Waterfront Park, Walker-Macy. Fritz Hedges Waterfront Park is Seattle's newest waterfront park. The landscape architect's design transformed a formerly degraded industrial site on the Portage Bay waterfront. Oh, are the slides advancing? There we go.
Yeah, sorry, got stuck.
No worries. I will start again. The landscape architect's design transformed a formerly degraded industrial site on the Portage Bay waterfront into one that includes a salmon-friendly shoreline, celebrates the site's rich cultural history, and reconnects the University District to the water. The park is an iconic open space that offers a range of experiences within a compact area, providing places for social gatherings, informal play and recreation, light watercraft access, and contemplation. A meadow features a mix of native and climate adaptive grasses along with wildflowers that once cultivated in the area. And timbers from the site's old mill building were reused in unique features throughout the park. Congratulations to these 2 award winners, GGLO and to Walker-Macy. And with that, I believe I'm handing it over to Marique. Marique, you're up.
Hi, everybody. Hello. Good evening. Ready for the next one? The next merit award is going to the Rainier Beach Urban Farm and Wetland that was created by the Burger Partnership. The Rainier Beach Urban Farm and Wetlands is the largest urban farm in Seattle and one of the nation's first example of public land used for commercial urban agriculture. To put it simply, it's a place where people can learn to grow food in the city. It started as a grassroots community effort, but it's become so much more. The purpose of the farm is to create a multifaceted, sustainable urban agriculture education center with a high level of community participation that provides food and resources for the community. The 7-acre site produces over 20,000 pounds of fresh, affordable, or subsidized produce each year for families in the Rainier Beach community struggling with food security. It provides educational opportunities for at-risk and underserved youth, nutrition and garden and education programs, green jobs training, small business incubation that foster economic development, and access to a rare in-city restored wetland environment that provides habitat for native wildlife, all while strengthening community relationships. Congratulations to the Burger Partnership. The next merit award is for Gateway Park in Portland, Bite Place. For 6 decades, East Portland's community has desired a public gathering space to cherish and enjoy in the heart of the neighborhood, the Gateway Discovery Park. The 3.2-acre signature park serves over 800 households previously lacking access to open space. To generate a positive long-term community transformation where 36% of households identify as ethnic minorities and 28% experiencing poverty, the design team embraced the process of building strong partnerships with local businesses, neighbors, and community groups. With over 70 different languages spoken in the area, art was used as the communication tool for public engagement. In the spirit of adventure, the flexible lawn, interactive plaza water feature, skate dot, and a universally accessible play area complement the nature-inspired habitats for children to explore. The park has become a catalyst for future developments, holding a promise of a second downtown on Portland's eastern edge. Completed prior to COVID-19, the highly anticipated living room is a safe, walkable, culturally vibrant, and family-friendly regional open space, a daily oasis of hope as a counter to mental fatigue during the pandemic. Congratulations to Place. The next merit award is the Alice Ball Park, submitted by Osborne Consulting. So the Alice Ball Park site was purchased to create additional park space in our increasingly congested city of Seattle. Located within a retail corridor of the Greenwood neighborhood, the site is across the street from the Greenwood Library and adjacent to single-family homes. The park provides flexibility for many uses in a compact site. Its raised crosswalk connects the library. Large rock slabs serve for seating and nature play. A loop trail incorporates the public sidewalk and connects the whole. A small plaza with movable tables and chairs offers informal gathering and program area closest to the library. There's a reading nook with benches that are tucked in for the library's story time or for individual use. The biophilic nature discovery trail presents a nurse log, root wad, rocks, and plantings for those in need of urban respite and nature play, and universal accessibility is provided throughout. This project has become a well-loved and well-used park for Greenwood. Congratulations. Now back to Tim. Tim, you're on mute.
It's bound to happen. Let's see. Oh, and I'm not on video either. In increasing urbanizing Seattle, the opening of a 1.2-mile section of trail of the multi-use Washington Park Arboretum Loop Trail completes a 2-mile loop that is fast becoming a year-round recreational destination. The trail opens access and provides never-before-seen glimpses of renowned plant collections, while increasing natural habitat by daylighting a 100-foot segment of Arboretum Creek, furthering the Arboretum's reputation as a place of education, conservation, and recreation. Designed to AASHTO standards, the Loop Trail is universally accessible, giving all people equal ability to see the park. The southern terminus of this much-needed safe route begins at the intersection of East Madison Street near the Japanese Garden and runs through the heart of the Arboretum along Lake Washington Boulevard. The north terminus connects cyclists and pedestrians to the Arboretum's Grams Visitor Center and will eventually link to the University of Washington campus over State Route 520, reconnecting neighborhoods divided by the freeway since 1960s. Congratulations to Burger Partnership. You guys will have to apologize. I'm advancing slides and reading at the same time. It's like walking and chewing gum. I'm not good at things. All right, our first honor award goes to the Enumclaw High School by Weissman Design Group. Washington's small towns too often lose a sense of cohesion as they expand and grow over time. Limited resources and lack of planning can lead to disjointed communities and uninspired architecture. The Enumclaw School District recognized an opportunity to alter this trend with the expansion of their high school. Through thoughtful collaboration between the district, community, the architect, and the landscape architect, a plan developed around the idea of reorienting the high school towards Mount Rainier, or Tahoma, a looming presence in the Southeast. This simple yet powerful decision guided subsequent ones, each relating to the borrowed landscape element, strengthening the campus bond to its region, town, and ecosystem. A central feature of the design is a modern courtyard aimed directly at the mountain's impressive silhouette. Hard lines of seating, pathways, and decking continually lead the eye to Mount Rainier's peak. Soft lines of stone and vegetation reflect the lower montane forest of the mountain's base. With limited budget but purposeful intent, the design team revived a jumbled layout, giving the community an inspired sense of place and renewed identity. Congratulations. And our next award, I'm imagining you guys all clapping, so feel free. Our next honor award is for the Spokane Riverfront Project, and that is to Burger Partnership. At the heart of Spokane, Washington, the Riverfront Park is sacred ground, a landscape perched on rugged basalt outcroppings and in and around the channels of the Spokane River as it plunges over falls from the Spokane Valley into its Great Gorge. Despite its grandeur, the site was exploited for industry as the city grew around it. Healing and reclamation began in the 1974 World's Fair and then Riverfront Park. After 40 plus years, the treasured but tired landscape was reimagined, reintroducing riparian ecologies and native plantings, mitigating contaminated soils and stormwater on site, honoring and refreshing the Expo legacy, and uncovering long erased archaeologies and seamlessly unifying disparate places has created rich and memorable park experiences for a new generation. The project has transformed not just Riverfront, but also the city's psyche, recentering the city around the river, honoring its namesake tribe with meaningful presence in the park, becoming the icon for the region, embraced by the community as the destination to come together and as a catalyst for a new wave of community pride and ambition. Congratulations to Burger Partnership. All right, and with that, we're going to bring on our first guest. I want to introduce Tyler from Great Western Recreation. Tyler, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, are you unmuted and on cam?
I believe so. If I
Oh,
can
there you go, with a shark behind you even. All right.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Well, I wanted to just take a minute and say thank you to everyone for giving us a minute to hop on here and say howdy. After 52 years of business in the industry in the Mountain States and in California, we were fortunate enough to expand into the Pacific Northwest and into Alaska. And I just want to say that we're very humbled and honored for the reception that we received by the Washington chapter. And just want to say thanks to everyone for your willingness to always be so kind and helpful in reaching out in conjunction on your park and recreation needs. I also want to give a quick shout out to our local reps in the area. We have Quinn Connell, who is on here, and she is based in Seattle, and she's welcome to say howdy. I don't know if she can be unmuted or not, but I know she is in attendance. And we have Lindsay Irwin, who is in Tacoma, and they're both here and live and listening and willing and able to help with anything that comes up. So we just appreciate all the help and the warm reception that we've received as we've expanded into this area, and we look forward to continuing our relationship with each of you.
Absolutely. I think we've got a quick video to show. Anne, do you want me to stop share and you can pop that up?
Yeah. Thank you much. That was just one example of, some of the efforts we do in design of play and inclusivity. So one of many things.
Absolutely. All right, I think now, Tyler, you're going to present us with our
Yes.
first Award of Excellence for the evening.
Happy to help. This award is for the Vancouver waterfront by, I can't actually see that, PWL partnership. The Vancouver Waterfront Park is a confluence of ecologies that celebrates the profound importance of interconnectedness and resiliency in a time defined by social disconnection and vulnerability to the impacts of climate change. Nestled beside the Columbia River in Vancouver, Washington, this 7.3-acre public park merges rigorous foreshore restoration with ambitious development plans, resulting in a regenerative project that honors the cultural and spiritual connection between a community and its river. The multidisciplinary team reclaimed a former industrial site and transformed it into a connected riverfront, reinstilling a sense of identity and pride in the community. Thoughtfully integrated into the landscape, public art, interpretive stations, and outlooks demonstrate the importance of early and meaningful collaboration between disciplines to establish a coherent and robust design narrative. Inspired by the Columbia Basin watershed, the park's form and character illustrate the region's natural history and reference rich water symbolism. This project demonstrates pragmatism and creativity, the most significant tenet of landscape architecture. Through healing, strengthening, and celebrating our natural systems, we can repair, support, and honor our communities. Congratulations again.
All right. Thank you so much, Tyler. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. All right, with that, we will jump into our next category, which is general design private ownership. And this category recognizes built, site-specific works of landscape architectural design completed for a privately owned project. And our first merit award of this category goes to Brumbaugh Associates for Microsoft 121 and 122. The design team was tasked with a major renovation of a 30-year-old suburban office complex into a modern and sustainable workplace environment. The primary objective was a focus on employee health and well-being, encouragement of more active interaction among team members, and inspiration of creativity through extension of the workplace into the exterior environment. The project plaza features a small gathering cabin, a three-season meeting structures, and furnished outdoor spaces for events, meetings, dining, and relaxation. Mature conifers were preserved and enhanced with native vegetation, and a large open lawn area was replaced with active plaza uses. A small amphitheater supports group events, product launches, and entertainment and festive site lighting encourages extension of hours of use. Walking paths through art and sculpture and a bocce court provide recreational opportunities. The project accomplished client goals with sustainable design that provides a multitude of creative work and recreation amenities. In this new era of virus realities, people are drawn to outdoor environments where they can connect and safely interact with ample distancing and fresh outdoor air. Congratulations to Brumbaugh. And with that, I think I'm passing it back to Dean.
Yes. All right. And the next award goes to the Microsoft Buildings 4041 by Place Studio. A visionary transformation of the building's 40. Okay, let's start that again. The visionary transformation of the building's 4041 propels Microsoft Redmond campus into a new world-class, resilient workplace environment, ready to accommodate working al fresco post-COVID-19 pandemic. Announcing a progressive era for the mobile workforce culture, creative redevelopment of existing buildings embodies reimagination of the traditional office. The team fluidly approached the courtyard design by testing and incorporating diverse programs, informing the built form, and creating a space uniquely tailored for socially distanced collaboration. Meticulously composed plaza, an elevated plinth of patterned linear pavers, circumscribed by the existing context, is subtly carved away, becoming a connective and interactive epicenter. The plinth as new infrastructure layers circulation and frames intra-campus with full-length wood reclining seat edge transition space. 3 pods, tailored outdoor meeting rooms, are immersed within verdant vernacular, offering playful pastimes with a range of flexible seating to accommodate conversations, solo work, and physically distanced large stand-up gatherings. A true lure to explore outdoors, a monumental glass canopy viewed from above floats among a green cloud of mature multi-stem katsura and Japanese maple trees. Congratulations, Play Studio. And the next award goes to Oregon Shakespeare by Walker Macy. The Oregon Shakespeare Festival is a nationally recognized nonprofit regional theater company that attracts over 350,000 visitors per year to attend award-winning plays, musicals, and other events. When guests travel to Ashland to see the performances, the Bricks Plaza and Amphitheater is their first theatrical experience, where they enjoy the free, diverse outdoor performances of the festival's Green Show, acquire tickets, and interact with other theater patrons and performers. In addition to being the core of the Oregon Shakespeare Festival's multi-venue campus, it also functions as a beloved, iconic urban park for locals who are engaged extensively in the public process. The landscape architect treated the Bricks renovation as an Oregon landmark demanding a place-based dramatic design response. The revitalization enhanced the sense of place and design quality of the plaza, while also resolving accessibility and operational issues to enhance user experience and daily theater operations. The redeveloped amphitheater and plaza have now been field tested as a memorable new heart for the Oregon Shakespeare Festival campus and as a place where the Green Show has successfully grown and flourished. Congratulations, Walker Macy. And with that, it's back to Tim.
Right. So next, I think we have our next quick sponsor interlude. We want to recognize Northwest Playground and our fearless rep, Eric Arneson, has been with us for, I don't even know how many years now. Eric's been a part of WASLA and supporting WASLA. So Eric, I know you're there listening tonight. So thank you so much for your support over the years and being kind of a longstanding supporter of what we do. If you guys don't know Eric, I would encourage you to reach out to him. He's a great resource for any number of different playground equipment and site furnishings. And it's just a great resource. You probably met him if you've gone to one of our conferences. He's a very outgoing, gregarious guy. So if you see him next time when we're in person, hopefully, I'm going to say yes in person for Spokane. No, hopefully, be sure to stop by and say hi. With that, and you want to jump in and play a short video? like the most hardcore playground commercial I've ever heard. It was like rocking out over here. All right. So with that, we are going to move on to our second award of excellence for the night, the Louisiana Children's Museum at New Orleans City Park, and that is designed by Mithun. Louisiana Children's Museum was envisioned as a new model for children's museums, a place where children in one of the country's most underserved regions would have a wealth of ways to explore the artistic, sensory, and natural worlds. Following Hurricane Katrina and 3 decades in downtown New Orleans, the museum sought a more flexible building and expansive landscape design that would better foster the kind of early childhood play and environmental education that is at the core of their mission. The vision, based on the Reggio Emilia framework, I probably said that wrong, I apologize, places great importance on nature as a third teacher and emphasizes the need for children to explore and document their world on their terms. The new city park site sits on the edge of a lagoon teeming with wildlife and provides an ideal living classroom. The site design thoughtfully integrates mature live oaks, the new museum building, and experiential outdoor spaces that demonstrate solutions to some of the challenging issues facing New Orleans and the world, including coastal shoreline loss, water management, food insecurity, and climate adaptation. Congratulations to Mithun. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Marique.
Thanks, Tim. So we'll talk about the residential design category, which recognizes built site-specific works of landscape architectural design for residential uses. The first award is a merit award for Magnolia Modern Garden created by Land Morphology. The homeowners purchased this modern home in 2016. They desired an equally modern landscape that would respond to the architecture and accommodate a variety of uses, including gardening, gathering, and growing spaces. With primary living areas located on the 2nd and 3rd levels, the bird's eye view of the garden became a significant design consideration. Functional requirements included integrating a yard for pets and reconfiguring a bioretention feature built to manage stormwater. The resulting landscape is visually engaging from all levels of the home and can be enjoyed from inside and outside throughout the year. The garden employs a design style mimicking the home's modern aesthetic. The bioretention planter was redesigned to be an attractive garden feature rather than an intrusion. The resulting style of the landscape design has strong forms, linear plantings, and a contrasting hardscape material and contrasting hardscape and materials and textures that make a powerful statement at ground level and from above. Columnar trees complement the architecture and anchor the building to the garden. Congratulations to Land Morphology. The next award is also a merit award for Asalo on 8th by Place Studio. Envisioned with the ethos of an eco-district, Asalo on 8th is a LEED Platinum urban development centered on a green infrastructure plaza, which becomes a sublime antidote to the pandemic lockdown, employing innovative sustainable technologies and amenities for renewable and clean energy, green roofs, a bike hub, and access to mass transportation. This project is one of the first and largest North American neighborhoods to treat and recycle wastewater on site. NORM, which stands for Natural Organic Recycling Machine, diverts away from the municipal sewer 100% of the wastewater generated by the 3 residential buildings. The system lessens the burden on public utilities, saving costly repairs and infrastructure and expansion, and garnered considerable support from the city and the state DEQ. NORM treats 45,000 gallons of wastewater per day through a series of trickling filters and constructed wetlands integrated into the design of the park-like pedestrian water street, which is the epicenter of the landscape design. Unused treated water is injected into dry wells for crucial groundwater recharge in the largely impervious urban area, ensuring that no element of this new waste stream is wasted. fantastic project. Congratulations to Place. Next, I'm going to introduce our next and last sponsor, Dale Nussbaum from the Nussbaum Group. Take it away, Dale.
Thank you, Marique. Hi, everybody. I'm Dale Nussbaum, and I'm really happy to be a part of the WASLA Awards again this year. Thank you. I wish we could be together. It's fun to scroll through and see everybody's faces, but I appreciate the really hard work the WASLA Board's been doing to bring forward this virtual program to keep us united. I'm really grateful to be a part of your lives and your beautiful design work. It's fun to see this come together. For those who have not met, let me give you a quick intro to what we at Nussbaum Group strive to do. We make exceptional projects run smoothly and exceptional landscapes thrive. We do not do design, but we created our project process, which some of you know is the Nussbaum way, to support landscape architects by constructing and 100% organically maintaining your design work. As a licensed landscape architect myself, I stopped doing design to create the company really that I wanted to work with to realize a design vision. And I also seek to elevate the profession of landscape architecture. If we all do great work, we all succeed. Landscape architecture succeeds. It's a good thing. You're about to see a video and where we share some of the core concepts that help us and in turn you thrive, as well as some of our and your recent work. And as it turns out, an award winner. So congratulations, Land Morphology, on one of those. Thanks to those who've shared how you thrive with us. We'll be highlighting that in the coming weeks on our LinkedIn page. Please check that out. Continue to send how you thrive at nussbaumgroup.com. And so enjoy, and please, as always, reach out to us anytime with any needs or questions. We're here for you guys.
All right, Ann. Right. Thank you for that. And I think you're going to take us into the next Award of Excellence.
I will. This is for Jillian's Garden, which is a residential design project, also by Land Morphology. Congratulations. The small garden was designed for the owner of Ravenna Gardens, which is a much-loved urban garden shop in New Village. The garden is a place of respite and a place for experimentation. The re-envisioned garden features a contemporary aesthetic with its use of industrial materials. The gently sloping back garden was reorganized as a series of terraces tucked into lush plantings. The results in an intimate garden that feels spacious, lives large, and supports the owner's lifestyle. There are places for growing food, entertaining, and testing plants. The terraces are delineated with simple materials and feature gabion retaining walls, a steel arbor, hedges, and artful lighting. A variety of unique plants, planters, and salvage garden artifacts add detail and interest. The sun terrace is a place to relax on lounge chairs surrounded by galvanized tubs filled with herbs, vegetables, and flowers. The entertainment terrace provides a sheltered outdoor room framed with steel arbor and offers garden views complemented by water features as focal points. The contemporary garden extends to the front garden, enhancing the neighborhood and welcoming visitors. Congratulations, Land Morphology. Beautiful project.
Absolutely. With that, I think we're going to have Dwayne pick us up.
Okay. I'm introducing the category of research, planning, and analysis. This category recognizes the wide variety of professional activities that lead to, guide, or evaluate landscape architecture design and/or works that investigate challenges posed in landscape architecture, providing results that advance the body of knowledge for the profession. Entries in this category are not required to be built or implemented. So our next award winner is for Mariposa Grove by Methuen. The Mariposa Grove is the largest of the 3 remaining giant sequoia groves within the Yosemite National Park. The giant sequoia trees, some of the largest and rarest organisms on Earth, have been a popular destination within Yosemite since they were first protected in 1864. The project aimed to improve the habitat of the ancient sequoias while simultaneously improving visitor enjoyment of the grove. When the project began, both natural and cultural resources within the grove area were in a state of disrepair. Giant sequoia habitat was strained from encroaching roads, infrastructure was aging, and overcrowding and commercial activities infringed on the visitor's experience of the ancient trees. After years of field investigation, planning, design, and public input, including collaboration with 7 Central California Native American tribes, the project team produced a restoration plan that reestablishes dynamic ecological processes, builds resilience to stressors caused by a changing climate, enhances visitor experiences of the forest giants, and honors the legacy of the grove. Implementation of the plan was funded and completed in 2018, and restoration and management is ongoing.
All right.
Next. What's that next? So, Outstanding Emerging Professional Award. This category recognizes an individual showing promise of making contributions to the profession of landscape architecture through exceptional leadership, design, communication, service, and/or vision. So this award is going to Nick Zerlini. Nick came to GGLO as an intern, and from day one, his relaxed attitude and approachable demeanor helped him settle in quickly. Nick shows genuine interest in learning from his peers and mentors, and his positive attitude comes from a place of excitement for the profession and the idea that landscape architecture is world-changing endeavor, regardless of the task or scale. Nick has continued to challenge himself professionally by learning the tools and process of irrigation design, helping to develop graphic templates for the landscape architecture team, and speaking up at design critiques and group collaboration sessions. Outside of project work, Nick has stepped into a leadership role with the Seattle ACE Mentor Program. He has volunteered hundreds of hours over the past 2 years to help high school students discover and fall in love with design. Nick and the ACE team have organized intensive design work sessions for the students, hosted design critiques, and mentored students as they find their passion for the design professions. Nick's approachability and relaxed attitude is the perfect inroad for a young student with a burgeoning interest in our profession. He has continued to lead this program even during the pandemic, working with the students through virtual design meetings and work sessions, helping to ensure the future of the profession is brighter than ever. In 2019, Nick began volunteering to help with the graphics for the Washington ASLA chapter, helping to create conference graphics. After this introduction to ASLA, and after attending the National ASLA conference in San Diego as an Olmsted Scholar finalist, Nick decided to run for a board position with the local chapter as the Western Washington member at large. Through this role, he is able to serve on the Professional Advisory Committee at the University of Washington, representing Washington ASLA. Nick has continued to be involved as a liaison to the Student and Emerging Professionals Committee, helping to solicit and organize entrants for our annual scholarship program. More recently, Nick was nominated and has begun serving on an associate advisory committee at National ASLA. We could not be prouder of his work to help further the mission of ASLA. And Nick has also continued to work with his fellow Olmsted scholars in conjunction with the Landscape Architecture Foundation on their new Green New Deal Super Studio. As part of this studio, Nick is working with a group of fellow emerging professionals from around the United States to create visual representations and graphics of the positive change the Green New Deal could enact, which will eventually be presented to Congress members. Nick is a tremendous member of the GGLO team, dedicated volunteer in multiple organizations, and a mentor to students and future professionals. In his short professional life of only a few years, he has accomplished much and helped to further the profession of landscape architecture. He is multi-talented, driven, a consummate collaborator, and most importantly, an ambassador and advocate for landscape architecture. Congratulations, Nick.
All right. Yay, Nick. That is actually all of our winners. So I hope everyone enjoyed seeing all of the amazing work. I know it's always inspiring to me to see what everyone else is doing. It kind of gets me, fills my cup a little bit in terms of inspiration and motivation to get back out there. So thank you all for doing wonderful work this year. It's been incredibly inspiring. Before we leave, I do want to thank a few people. The awards committee, myself and Kiwan, as well as Anne and Jennifer at Org Support, who are the people behind the info at WASLA that you all email occasionally. They are the ones that keep this going and helped us pull all this together tonight. So thank you to Kiwan, Anne, and Jennifer. Thank you to our presenters, Marique, Dwayne, and Dean, for stepping in and helping out so that all 75 people didn't have to listen to me drone on for 20 different awards. Once we got over 10 awards, I figured I needed to bring in help. So I want to remind everyone about the social media presence that we have going on. Again, if you're not following us on Instagram, check us out, Washington ASLA. Also check out National ASLA. Again, we're going to be posting images from all of the award winners tonight. So thank you to Casey, Michael, Audrey, and Anne on the PR team for jumping in and helping with all of that work to get all of those posts ready to go and out the door. Look for your posts, your larger posts coming in the next few weeks. Feel free to post as much as you want about your winning. We hope that you will post, and feel free to tag Washington ASLA in your posts. And again, thank you to everyone that submitted. These awards are only possible because you all do great work and are able to share it with us. So keep doing amazing work, and we look forward to even more awards next year. Again, I want to thank our award sponsors. You guys, we couldn't do this without you, especially this last year. You have been with us the whole way through, and we thank you so much for your support. I want to thank again Great Western Recreation. Thank you, Tyler, for presenting that award. Northwest Playground, Eric, thank you so much for your continued support and always being there. Nussbaum Group, thank you to Dale and Donna for everything that you guys do, and thank you for being a part of this. Congratulations on your award-winning work tonight. And then again, our other, our lovely sponsors at the Pacific Rhododendron level, Inova, Maglin, Abbotsford, Wishbone, our Goldfinch level, Victor Stanley, Pacific Earthworks, Pacific Lighting Systems, Toro Irrigation, and at Olympic Marmot, the Termisol and Landscape Forums. You guys are all there for us in more ways than you know. So thank you so much for your continued support.
And Tim,
As Dwayne mentioned, Spokane is happening. We're doing this, you guys. Get ready, get your vaccinations, get ready to go. So right now we've got it on the calendar, October 7th and 8th. In Spokane, you'll be seeing a lot more about this coming soon. So get excited. Hopefully we can all see each other again and see everyone's faces and celebrate some more great work.
And Tim, do you know if we're going to be posting the link to this recording so people in their
We
offices
will.
can
Once we've
share
got it up and processed, we'll get this up on the website. Also, Anne and her team back at Org Support will be posting the award, updating the award winners page. So you'll be able to click, there'll be clickable links for all the projects if you want to jump in and look at all the other images that you weren't able to see. We tried to keep it relatively brief, but there are quite a few images for the different projects. So that will all be posted. And I think that's all we've got. So thank you guys so much for coming in. We got a little bit of light left tonight to get out and take a walk. Hopefully you can celebrate if you won tonight. And we look forward to a better year this year. So
We'll see you in Spokane.
absolutely.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.